Great, guys. We are Parkey. I think we've already established that parking is the absolute worst. Driving around looking for a spot and paying in an arm or leg when you actually do find a spot. There's a better way, and it's the Parkey way. What we do is we allow drivers to find better and cheaper parking in the city. We let condo owners and owner of parking spots rent out and make money for spots when they're not using them. And importantly enough, we also allow condo corporations a rare revenue-generating opportunity that's far and few between. Let's have a look at how we actually do this. So this is our application. Authorized users can post their spots with details like availability, how much they like to be paid, and that sort of stuff. Authorized drivers can filter, do a search based on filters, geographic location, so on and so forth, and they'll be able to scan and see detailed parking on public parking as well as street parking, in addition to Parkey posted spots. These spots will obviously be promoted and highlighted. And if you actually click on a Parkey spot, you'll see a detailed view with directions, with details such as directions, details on how to get in and out of the building. And through the application, you'll be able to actually make a transaction and purchase that spot with the owner. Once you actually get to the garage, you'll be able to click a single button on the mobile application and open that garage if you're an authenticated user, and we'll show you exactly how to do that. So at each Parkey condo garage, we install this connected device to the parking infrastructure. When a purchase is made, our secure server sends a unique identification token to the device that allows only authenticated users to actually get into the building. That's great, but how do we actually make money? So it'll be free to post and search for spots. However, there'll be a flat rate $3 fee that we validated through some of our consumer research. In addition to this, we think it's necessary to incentivize the condo boards to be on board, as they're a key part of the value chain, as well as a key part of the customer experience. And there's actually going to be no cost up front in terms of hardware installation. We'll back end that via royalties. So based on our surveys and based on some of the calculations and the validations that we've done, we think it's feasible that a condominium would be able to earn upwards of $14,000 in a given year, and participants in the system renting out their parking spots could earn up to $1,000. So we have a lot of engagements from drivers and owners who seem very interested, engaged, and interested in the product. We also did do some validation from the condo board's perspective. We spoke to the director of the Condo Board Owners Association advocacy body, and she was really helpful. She informed us that in order to make the changes, we would likely require a change to the ownership agreement. So, and typically that would require a majority vote. So that is, in our mind, a fairly large barrier to overcome, and a lot of incumbents have seen that as well. So we've already identified that there is a need for the market. What we've done is do a segment pivot. So we recognize that it may be challenging to get into the incumbent lots to overcome that challenge with the condo boards and the governance structure there. So what we've done is decided to target corporate condo boards where their management structure and their governance structure is actually more consolidated. So you wouldn't be selling to the entire board and you wouldn't need that majority vote. We do selected targeting to the most high value condo buildings that are close to entertainment, where the value proposition resonates the most. We would target new developments where those condo agreements haven't been written and structured yet, so that we get on the ground floor and we wouldn't have to deal with changing those. We would be there on day one. Now I'm going to pass it over to Jason to talk about the infrastructure.
This is the high-level architecture of our system. As you can see, we already have the users able to list and reserve parking spots. As well, we're going to integrate a payment system to allow drivers to pay, and we're going to share the profit to the property management and the users. And lastly, users are able to use their Bluetooth smart device to authenticate with the Parkey box and with the key. So I'm going to pass over to Aaron, and we're going to show a live demo.
Sorry guys, give us a sec.
Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, no rush. Come on, baby. Hey.
Okay, cool. So let's open up Parkey and see how it works. So we've got the app open and we want to find a spot. So we're just going to enter a bit of basic information and we're going to search. And then, so what we're going to see is these are open parking spots nearby that fit within the criteria we just specified. So we're going to open one of those up and tap that too to get some more details. So here we're just seeing, price, where it is, how it's been rated, and oh, really?
It works.
It works, and we really got to open condo garages wirelessly through Bluetooth.
Wish we saw that. There's a video.
Okay.
Can we play a video in the background?
I think conceptually it's a really cool idea. Last time I lived in a condo, I wasn't actually allowed to rent out my spot to anybody that didn't already live in the building for security reasons. Have you addressed that?
Yeah, so it is a fairly fragmented market in terms of the different rules and regulations that are allowed. My condo board, for example, allow you to rent it out to people who don't even actually live in the building. So I think what we have to do is we pivoted. We recognize that is a potential challenge. With the fragmentation, we'd have to be more targeted in terms of identifying which condo boards this would actually work with, or what condos this would work with, and then narrowing our effort to focus on those boards as opposed to wasting our efforts on condo boards such as your own, where we're kind of against a wall.
More filler questions to watch videos behind.
Yeah, I would have had the same question about the kind of the regulatory part of this, but let's just say that wasn't a challenge. The economics that you showed up there were, I'm not sure if they were particularly compelling. If you looked at the condo board or the condo building making $14,000 a year, I'm not sure that they would care about that. So can you fill me in a little bit more on some of the economics of the overall model?
So to address the question of why would you get out of bed for $14,000, agreed, out of a $100 million corporation coming from condo fees, it's not a significant amount. But I think if you look at condo board operating costs, they continue to go up, and they have to spread that to their constituents through rising maintenance fees. So any opportunity to reduce those costs, I think, is significant. So that aside, the condo board is actually typically formed by members of people who actually own the building. So while there may not be a significant incentive, $14,000 for the board itself, think about the $1,000 a year, what that would mean to you as an individual just renting out your spot for essentially doing nothing at all. So we're selling to both sides, both the condo board as well as the owners themselves.
Sorry, just given that it looks like you did a great job on the execution of the product itself, you might just look at, garage door openers, for instance, like I have a garage door and I have to just click the little clicker on my thing, and I'm always wondering if the battery's going to run out, or if you incorporated something else there that said, this is a piece of hardware we're going to sell for garage doors, you can use a mobile app and there's a security element to it so you can, watch what's going on. That might be something interesting to consider as well. Good job on the product execution.